Okay, now we will take sub form and we will add in this main form. How do you do that? We'll try again this time. If we have any error, we'll go back and correct it. So you go to this design part, the ribbon, and then use this drop down, come to this subforms report. So bring it here and try to place on the form here. Then it will give you the form you want to select. This is subform. We name it as subform process-wise testing. Say next. Now you have to link the top and bottom tables or forms, you can say. So you define your own because you will have a liberty to choose what you want to join. Or then the first form is the main form. Second one is a subform. So what is the first form? It has this many fields, and say I want to select date of testing both. It will link both date of testing both sides. Okay. Next one, I select as a employee ID. Employee. So second, also I want to take employee ID. Now it did not give error. Why? Both fields data types are matching. This is what is most important when you link it. Okay. These two fields, common fields, are enough for us to link the top data and bottom data. This we have done before, like it's a same thing. Now, what is the name of this subform? We keep it as it is. Now you see in the bottom, the form appeared, other one appeared. Oh, it is in the design form. So I'll close this inside. Now you run, what happens? Okay. Now view, you can say form view. Now you see the form the way you want it. See here. So today is the 16th, today's date, and you can select the shift you want. You can select the employee ID you want. Okay. And then suppose what is the inspection is doing 50 drums. How 50 drums he has done? Okay. Now you observe one thing here. The serial number, it is there because whatever the number of records you are entering, it is gives. And the date of testing, you did not enter here. It came from here to here directly. And then employee ID, it is here, it already directly came. So these fields which you linked, you don't need to do again, and this link will be there always. So now what you have to enter? Now, out of 50, for example, he tested 10 drums of insulation, say 10 drums of bearing, say 10 drums of assembly, 10 drums of this one, 10 drums of this one, and 10 drums of this one. Right? This is how you want to add the data on this day, on this shift. Also, if you want to link shift, then you can have the shift link. But one day, one employee will have one shift only. So the linking by employee, but the data is sufficient. Now, one more thing, if you want to have a last time I think we did sum total. Suppose you don't know how many you entered here. Say sometimes you enter less. So you want to have sum. If you come to the top here, there is some, you see here, there is symbol sigma. So you put here, it gives a symbol. Actually, it comes in the bottom. It's not coming in the top. So you can make the sum of this whatever in the top. Suppose on the same day, you want to add furthermore, say he tested again, once again, say 10, okay, 5, say 2, 3, say the way you want to enter, the data will be coming. So this is not appearing whole thing. What do you do? Go to design. Okay. You can expand this form size. Go again, view it, you see it here. Now, like you have two rows, right? If you want to add, you just go here, select here, this sum here, and then it gives you option to select what you want to sum. So say it gives 17, sum you see here. You can see at the same time, you can see, or you want the average, count, whatever is there, you can do it, maximum. So you have the numerical, means the statistical primary data. So it's clear now, you can make a main form, subform. Is it clear whatever we have done so far?
This is clear.
Yes, sir.
Clear, sir.
Okay, now what do we do? We'll add the record controls. Okay, there is another shift guy came. He want to go to next record. What he will do? He will go here. He will see the icon is in the bottom form, so it has moved to here. I think we should put the icon here. Okay, it's gone already. So it is a blank record now. You see, it's a blank record. he will enter from it. But instead of going here, we create a icon here. How do we create icon? Go to design. Now you choose this XXXX, 4x's, put here, and then record navigation. So what the new person will do, he want a new record, right? So new record, how you can do? You can go to the record operations and say add new record. If you say add new record, then it will give you, okay, you want to put an icon or you want to have a add new record. So you just put icon, it will be clear. Say okay. So it gives an icon to create a new record. Or you want to go to first record, last record, same, just put the icons, take the, go to this record navigation. So you want to go to first record, for example, you have 1000 records, you want to go first record. You can, after selecting, you can say finish also, it directly gives you. You can skip all the steps in between. Similarly, again, if you want to go to last record, this is first record, okay? Last record, select last record, finish. It gives one. And then what is one of the common things we use is the closing the form. Once job is done, we want to close the form. So select the form operations, close form. And also when you are done with the job, what do? You close the database. So you can select this XXX, put here, go to application. So if you say application, you say quit application. So say finish. So it is giving you all the things in a any command button form. So you want to align, you can align it the way you want it. You want to the top, align to the left, say select align left. See, you have all of them. Now close them. Okay. Now you have here this record. So you see here, if you want to create a new record, just it gives a blank. No, you want to go to first record, you say here. You want to last record, so last record is only one record is there. Now, if you, now this is the one form, but in a database, what we learn, we want to have one home screen. Okay, let us create a home screen. So create, how to create form design. If you say form design, it gives a blank one. Say this is a data. Now you want to give a name to this one heading. So you take AA, this one label, put it here. What we can say, main menu. Let us say we give a name to this one, main menu. Okay. Now you select to make it bigger, and you can make this font. This is like any other thing. Okay. So just you can go to home and you can see the font size, say this much. And then main screen, first thing what I will have is again, I will go to design. I will select, I want to close this application. I want a database, I want to close, I will keep it. This is main form. Okay. Now I will close this form. Okay. I will name as home. So whenever why I'm doing this one? Because when I want to open a database, I will open this one first. Okay. Now there is nothing here. So I want to bring the form, this form, onto the main menu. So what I will do, I see here the button now close is useful to me. So I'll go to design. Okay, take this one, XXX. Now I want to open the form. Before you close the form, I want to open form. So go to our form operations, open form. Next. So it gives all the forms you have. What do you want to open? Daily test record that it has selected. So you want to open with all the records? Yes. Okay. Now here use the text. Why? You want to give a name for the form you want. So daily test record. This is the form name I want to give. Okay, say next, say finish. So you have the form here. Is it clear so far what we have done? Anything to repeat?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, now we'll go to next step. Now we created. Now say, let us say we close the database. Okay, now I want, okay, sharing is gone. I will show you again. Let me share the screen. That's better. Okay, now we created a database. It's database. Let me access. If you open, it will come. Okay, this is the database. You can see the screen. Okay. You see now the database opened, but it did not give you any menu, right? You can see, and you can hear me.
Sir, hearing, but it's showing post pages only.
I'm sorry. What do you say?
As is 4 database pages, sir, we are speaking.
No, you see the screen, right? The database.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what I'm trying to say, when you opened, the main menu is not coming. So we have to set the main menu opening. How do you set it? You go to File, okay, Options. There you have current database, right? Now you have here application
Sir,
title.
it is screen check, sir. Sir, whatever you are doing, not getting.
It's not moving.
No.
Okay, let me just
Sir,
1 second. I will again try. Okay, can you see now?
No, okay. Now okay, sir.
Okay, I think the sharing I did not make it proper. Okay, so we can give application title, say QC employee daily testing record. Let us say this is the name of the application. Now, if you want to give a icon, you can give an icon whatever you want. Whichever the if you have, there are pictures. There are pictures. Now you can select any pictures. Okay. Select picture. So you can select a picture, and then this is what actually it is going to display. So when you click display form, it gives all the forms available. So I want home form, select home form. Now you see what happens when you save and open. No, let us reopen this database. Okay. So let's come to here, access, and then open the database, this one. See, it opened you directly. So when you make a database, this is the first thing you do is you have one main menu. So from the menu, now you see we have the form, subform, created, right? Now, so far it's the form creation. And what we do now, we want a query to be created, right? So we want to know a particular employee, how much the testing has done. For example, we want to filter. Okay. So let us go and create a query. So here, if you want, you can have more records. Now we have only say how many records? We have only one record. So if you want to create another record, go to another record, say select another shift. Let us have another employee, and then say employee number 2. Okay, area of inspection, say final testing, say tested records, say 20, 3, say 1, 2, whatever is there. So you can, and also if this, because already pulling, actually you can hide these 3 columns by simply selecting and hide fields. So you will see only this one, other things are not required. Why? The data what you enter is automatically coming here. So if say 10, 10, like for example, let us have this record. So these 2 records. Let us create one more record to help us filtering the data. Okay. Say I'll just filter some random data here. Okay. Say 1, 2, 3. Let us say here. Okay, this is our basic data. What we want to do, we want to create a query. Why you want to create a query? We want to know a particular employee, how many tests he has done. Not all the employees, I want a particular employee. So I will close this one, this form. It is saying to save. Okay, save it. Now, how do you create a query? Create, go to query wizard. So it will, you want a simple query, cross-tab query. We didn't cover this cross-tab query, so but we can cover it later. So simple query, take simple query. Now it gives an option. What do you want to select? Which one you want? So if you want all, you can select, or you can take one and you can add later. Say I want to have the test record. Okay, which fields I want, so I will take all the fields. Let's say next, finish. It gives a query, but you go to design, you see this is what actually, this is a query. Okay, it is highlighted, select here, and then whatever the fields you have selected here. But now if you run this one, you see what happens. You run this query. Okay, it is giving you shift to employee ID, but you don't know the employee name. I want employee name. How do you get employee name in this report? You go to design. Okay, design view. Which table has the employee name? So you have a table here, employees, right? So how do you add it? You go to here, there is a show table, show table. And then you have to select the table which you want. Say, I want the table employees, add. So I added a table which has employee name. Now I want to take this field, employee name, to here. But before taking, you need to link it. How do you link? What is the common field between them? Is the employee ID. This is also employee ID. So you try to join them, drag it here, it will join. When these two are equal, we need the employee name. So what I will do, employee, I will put here employee name. Now you see what happens, run it. It gives you employee number, employee name. See the query, you can add more than one table. Is clear? Is it clear, or you want me to repeat this one?
Yes, sir.
The last,
Okay, let us go here. For example, delete this one. Okay, let me delete. Or now you try to run. Now there is you run this one. What is giving you? Data of test, shift, employee, number, and area of inspection, and total inspection done, number of non-conformities. Now, I need the employee name because I don't remember the numbers with the number. So what I do, I will go to design. I will add a table which has the employee name. So which table has the employee name has the employee name and employee ID. So this table I want to add in this design in the query. So I bring it. How do I bring it? You go to design here, and there is a show table. You can see here the show table. There is a show table icon. Click this one. When you click, it will open one pop-up, which is tables, queries, both. Here in this queries, you can add queries or tables, anything you can pull it. So I take tables. Okay, so which table I want? I want the employees table. So I say add. So when you say add, it is appearing, you see. So this table, if you want to add any other table, you can add it. If you want to add, you can add this one also. Just simply add it. Now I want to have the fields from both the tables. When we will have it, both should be linked. How do you link it? You have to find out a common field which is both tables. It is there. So employee ID is common here. Employee here also employee ID. We didn't write employee ID, but we write employee. But the data is same. So you just select this one, highlight this one, and press hold key, drag it to here. If you put it here, it will join also, but it will not give any data. So you have to join to the field which is common both. So you see, if you double click this line, it will give you what it will give you. From first left table, it will take the record of employee, and the right table, record of employee ID. Now there are three options here, 1, 2, 3. First one, what it says, only include rows where join fields are both are equal. If employee ID 1, 1, it will take. If the other two options, we'll use later. But now let us simply understand. It is actually taking the data from now. You have both the tables joined. But if you run now, what it will give you? The data remains same because you did not put the employee name in this field here. So what we do, go there, design, and take this field from this table and drag it and put next to the employee ID. Okay, also possible, if suppose here employee is there, here also employee is there, right? Now if you want, you don't want this one, for example here, you can remove this one, you can delete this one, delete it, and then if you want to take from here, you can take it. See, employee ID, employee. So you can choose either from here, which are the common one. Now you run, what will happen? So it is giving employee ID and employee name. Is clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
The query is clear. So this is a query. Say you save it, for example. Now you see here, now the query came, but the name remained something odd. So we change this name. Say I say query, QRY. Okay, try to understand this query. Okay, the query is created from, now you see the data, you go to design, you see there are two tables, the linked. This is how it, if you want one more add, what you do? Go here, add, and the table, suppose you want to add here. Add here. Now you see when you add this one, automatically it made a link. You see here, it automatically linked because it finds the same name. So it all here, why it did not link up? Because it doesn't have same name. Suppose if you have the name, same name, employee ID, then automatically calculate capture. So let me go and check this one for you. Okay, now close this one. For example, I go to this one, test record. Okay, design. Now I give employee, I want to change it to employee ID. What will happen in the query? We'll see it. Okay, save. Now, if you see test record, now this is employee ID. The employee ID came. So I'm trying to demonstrate you here. Say you go to this this one, this query, say design. Okay. Now I will remove this. Okay. Again, I will try to add show table. Employee add. See, now it has automatically added. You see this one? You understand the difference now? Do you understand what I demonstrated here?
Yes, sir. That,
See, when you have both common names, automatically link is established. You don't need to do the link. But if you give a name, employee, anything different than this one, common field, then you have to manually attach link. Now, again, we'll take the employee ID and employee name. Both you can select together and you can put anywhere. Drag it and put it here. Now, click. Say OK. Now, what is the benefit we said with the query? Say the query, now you have all the records, let us say. So you want to know only employee number 1, how many tested he has done, right? Then you what do you do? Go to not design, this one. So go to query, okay, go to design. Now you want to put a criteria. Okay, so where you put the criteria? For example, this is the one you want to be filtered, like employee ID, you have 3 employees. So you want with the number 1 as the one employee. This one, I think it's one like this apostrophe. Let us see what will happen. So you put the criteria here. Whatever is criteria meeting 1, it should display only 1. So you run here. Okay, it is saying data mismatch. Why? I consider this as text. It's not a text because it's entered as a number. You have to enter as 1. So run now. See, it has given only employee number 1. You remember now this query. So you see here, if you say employee number 2, so it will give only data related to employee number 2. This is how the query will help you. Okay. Now you do not know what you want when you are because every time you may change. So what we can have here, there is one field called you see here. You can say here, please enter the employee number. Suppose you instantly you want to choose, I don't want to fix the criteria. Okay, and you want to only say when you run the query, the computer will ask you for which employee you want the data. So in that case, what you do, you have a square brackets. Within the brackets, you write whatever the text you want. Now see what will happen. Run it. It is asking you what the question I put here. Please enter the employee number. So it say 1. So it gives only 1 data. Now, again, I will run. For example, when you run this one, it is asking, please enter the employee number. I want 2, employee number 2. Do you understand? This is a new one. I didn't show you before this one, right?
Yes, sir.
So this way, now you can create your own the data entry. Like you have hundreds of data, so you can choose, okay, which one you want, you can select this. Okay, so filtering. Is it clear? You want me to enter again? Repeat this one. See this one, wherever the field you don't want fixed, so you have the choice. Okay, what is the choice, sir? You can say always I want the employee number 1 data only. No, I want to know today what happened to this gentleman, how many days he is testing, only 1 employee. So what do? You just make a square bracket starting, and then you make the closing in between, whatever you type you want. That will appear as a question to fill the data. Okay. No, you want to say, you want to know only yesterday, for example, particular day's data entry. So what do you do here? Here, again, put a square bracket, say, please select date. So it will ask you what date you want the data. Say, select, say, run. Please select the date. So you have to enter the data. What is the date you want? For example, we have 16, okay, July 22, 23. So let us say what it will give the data or not. It doesn't give because it has to have, okay, this will check later, but this is not difficult, but we'll demonstrate later. But here, let us keep this one, okay? Now we have the query, because we'll just make a report, and I think then we'll end the session. So now you have a query. It will ask you, please enter the employee number. So it gives employee number, then you give the data what we have. Now we want to create a report. Now report you can create from query or table. This is what we know. So now we'll create a report from query itself. So create, go to report. Now better you take a report wizard that will give full control. Say in the report, what do you want? You want the employee number, okay? And then employee name you want, date of testing you want, shift you want, area of inspection you want, and the number of terms tested, say now NCRs. So next, so now you can have the grouping. If you want to have the grouping for an employee grouping, you can have. So for that employee, it gives all the data. These are not one of the options. So if you don't want a grouping, you can straight away select. Okay. Now you say grouping option, it will ask you employee ID means normal, means if you have multiple digits, you can select the multiple digits or 1 digit. Let us now for the timing, let us have this one only. And then say if the employee has done, there is ascending, descending, but if the employee has done so many testing, so many days, you can have the summary. Suppose you want a sum, average, minimum, maximum, you can have for all the numerical data. So how many NCRs, this you can tick, select the kind of data you want. And the report can be detailed or summary. Summary means it will not give database, but it will give only total sum. Say okay. Next. Okay. Now again, you have 3 options here, how you want to select. Put like this, and you want to select portrait or the landscape, select. And then report title, you can say employee test record. Okay. This is let us say home RPT's report. Okay. Now it is asking you, because you have taken from query, so it is asking which employee you want. Say employee number 1. Say this is giving you employee number 1. So the report is not so beautiful. So what do you do here? You have to go. Now you see this is showing something here, right? So go to design, like we did before. Select this one, right mouse click, go to change text box. So it will reduce the size automatically. Okay. So we have 10 more minutes I will take, and we'll end. So we can drag it up. Now you see the report will be a little bit linear. So it is asking you, what is the employee number? Okay. So it gives you, see what we wanted. We want some, average, minimum, maximum we want, right? We have put all the data. See for this employee, it is heading. Okay. Now let me close this. Okay. We'll go to home page. Let us do this simple thing, then we'll have control from here. So we'll add the report here on the main menu. So we have data, entered data, and then we want to report. Okay. So what do you do? Go to design, take from here, XXXX, then report operations. Okay, you go to report operations, open report, you can say, or preview report, both you can say. And then it will give all the reports available. Now we have only one report. Select this one, say okay, and then select text better because we have multiple reports. Say daily employee wise testing. This is report. This is the report we have. Say finish. Now I will close this one. Again, open up. Now click this one. It's asking you, please give the employee number. See here. Now, suppose say you don't want criteria. What do? Go to query. Okay, go to design. Remove this criteria. Okay, now we run. What happens? Save. It is giving you all the employees, each employee. For each employee, for example, this employee has tested. Let us say this employee has tested on yesterday also he's tested something, right? Close here, go here, and then I will take a new record. Now the date here, I will not put 16, I will put 15. Okay. Now say shift A, and then say I will say employee number 1, area of inspection, say in process, say I'll use some record here. Okay, again here also I will give some dummy data. Now I have one employee, 2 records. Close. I will go and run this one. See which employee has 2 records. See, the first employee has 2 records. And then what is this you see here? The sum of the testing is, you will have here 55, average, minimum, maximum. Okay. This is how you have a report now. Okay. Is it clear so far? Done? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
now we covered entire cycle. We started with the table, we made a form, we made a query, we made a report. This is the simple database. Now you can manipulate the data the way you want it. For example, now you don't want to see this area. Okay, this is area, for example, you want only the list of the employees. So you go to design. Now you see here, this, pay attention here. See, you have a report header. Okay, you have a page header, and you have a employee ID header, and you have a detail. Okay, you have employee footer, employee ID footer, and page footer. Okay, and then report footer. These are so many options available. Now you can hide and open all of them one by one. This is one of the way you can modify the reports. Just I will show few, and then rest everything is similar. Okay, now I don't want to delete, but I want to actually keep the data but not make it visible. So for example, this employee ID footer, which is appearing when you run it, you see here employee ID footer, it is giving all this some average, minimum, maximum. So go to design. Okay, now keep the icon here, double click, it will open a pop-up. Okay, go to format, there is one field visible. Do you see this one? Visible. You say no. You say, is it clear what I showed here? Visible, no. So you have to go here, you select this whichever you want to hide, select that one, and pop-up will come, and you select, you see your format, data, event. You just select format. Here we have yes or no. Yes or no. No means it will not be visible. It remains there, it will not be visible. Now what is impact? Let's see. Close this one and run it. Okay, view, we report view. See here, you don't see the bottom sum average, like, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is how you can now you see something here. See, this is no line here around, but there is a line. There is here, but there is a line, right? Now you don't want, for example, you don't want this rectangle line. So go to design. Okay, which field is giving? Okay, this field. You have to go. The data is coming from detail. Data is coming from detail. So this particular one, suppose say, what we said, date, which field is giving this? Shift and area of inspection. So let us take one. So shift, you just select, double click this shift, it will open the pop-up. You come down here, there is something called border style. It is written solid. Go there and take transparent. Also, the area of inspection, again, it go to format, there is a border style. It's a solid. Go to transparent. There's so many fields, so I'll just a few of them I will show you. Now you see the rectangular line is disappeared. Huh? Okay. So this is how you can create the data. You can put the data in record, whatever that we want. Is it clear? But it's a whole cycle is clear now. You will be able to just initiate and complete a database with all the 4 components: your table, query, form, report. Any questions? It's okay now. It's clear now.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
So you should be able to now do at least basic one, but now you have bit advanced, like in query. You can so many things you can do. You can have a automatic drop downs of selections. So many advanced versions are there. Okay, but you can try yourself one simple database with everything, all the 4 elements. We have macros that also we can see it based on your progress. You can further look at it. Okay, I think we have spent good amount of time. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we'll just end the session. Can end the session now?
Okay, sir. Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.